Popular opinions that I truly dislike and why. Let's go. Heavier games are better. Heavier games are the evolution of this hobby. If you play games long enough, you will want to play longer games, more complicated games, more complex games, and bigger games in all of those ways. That's what everyone will tell you. You like what you like. Go find stuff that you freaking enjoy, not what somebody tells you you should enjoy. If you want to play all 30-minute or less games and make a whole collection of that, go right ahead. If you only want to play Root, go ahead. If you only want to play 3-hour plus Lacerda's heavy Euro style dynamics, heavy cardboard-ish vagary, whatever, if you only want to do the top Board Game Geek 100, you want to do the top under 10,000. I don't care. No one should tell you that you're not a mature gamer because you haven't played X, Y, and Z. We see it all the time on the video game side of things, right? Where people are like, well, you're not a true gamer if you haven't played. You're not a true gamer if you don't play this type of thing, especially if you've been playing for games for how long? Oh my gosh. As the famous Rhett and Link song goes, oh, you're not a gamer because you battle your words with friends. You click on cute icons, execute commands. Do you really need a genius to teach you GarageBand? But the point being that you don't need to, as this lyrical example is giving us a tongue-in-cheek, it's what happens, and it shouldn't happen. And everybody can just have fun with the games that they enjoy. Second one, right? People that get super upset or super angry because you're not playing the most optimal, you know? You're not playing the most strategic of the moves in your whatever game that you're doing, right? The strategy has to be above all. We play to win the game, which again is a dichotomous sort of attitude, right? I play to win, but more importantly, as I'm trying to play to win, I'm having fun trying to do so. But playing to win does not mean I am doing everything under the sun to min and max every single step along the way in order to win. Winning is the objective. It is not necessarily, in that same sense, the goal of my own game. And so if I'm not making, in your mind, the best strategic move, you know what? That's my business. I play my turns the way I want to play them. Sometimes I like being one of those people in a non-screw you manner of I just like to watch the world burn. And I think that's okay. I like to enjoy myself. I like to take the off-beaten path to see what happens with this strategy, how well it works for me, or just do something nonsensical to see if it can actually work out. We just played a new game in my house called All Aboard prior to filming this. It is an animal laying, boat traveling versus sinking with some slight powers. Take that head-to-head competitive game. It's all card driven. But it's simple enough that all you do is play cards to boats, and they either sink or swim and you score points. My 4-year-old won, and he just played cards, right? So sometimes your strategy is not the best strategy, even though you think it's the best strategy, and it shoots you in the foot because that type of thing can happen. Now, I'm going to say more metaphorically rather than literally in my case, but that can happen in other ways, and it's even almost more enjoyable, I would make the argument, to win in a manner like that when you weren't expecting, when you got the crazy banger of a soccer goal going in the net unexpectedly, rather than just the tap in. They're both getting you the same end victory point, but one of them definitely gives you a little bit more excitement, if you know what I mean. Third, I've talked about this elsewhere. I am not, will never be a sleeving fan. I think that it is more an OCD tendency with irrational beliefs that somehow these games are going to lose value significantly more if you don't, or gain value if you do. The second you buy it and it ends up in your house, it's already lost probably a third to a quarter of its value in terms of reselling it in that way. No amount of sleeving is going to do that. I will never pay extra for somebody else having sleeved a game if they're trying to recoup those costs. It may protect them from stains and wrinkles, but most of the time it doesn't actually do anything else significant. You are not playing your games enough to warrant it. And you know what? You're not playing most of the time with OCD people enough that if they notice a slight bend, that you're going to have played it enough times to have that recoup in terms of gain for a strategy down the line. Especially with the hype hotness rotation cycle of never playing the same game twice in a month that we've got currently headlining and mainstreaming our hotness and our hobby as a whole, I'm not really concerned about that in any shape or form. It's just an extra cost and extra consumerism on both sides of things that isn't necessary, in my opinion, whatsoever. You know what? We'll give you one final one here at the end. Player elimination. It is one of the most mal-aligned mechanics out there, where you head-to-head take that and eliminate people from the game. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Sometimes I actually prefer this over than this arbitrarily random time of an endgame mix match, perfect weather, storm condition of I'm done, right? Because that is, one, partially anticlimactic. Two, it sometimes brings an abrupt halt to a game that is otherwise flowing smoothly. And three, sometimes it just also overstays its welcome in some of those regards, and this eliminates those in multiple ways. Is it perfect? No. Do I want it all the time? No. Do I enjoy it when it's there and for what it is? Absolutely. And so the hate that it gets in our hobby is way, way over the top. And it shouldn't be malaligned or misaligned as this scarlet letter that if you like it, somehow you're sort of looked down upon in that way. And I think that needs to be, gotten rid of as a whole. There you go. Those are my thoughts on popular opinions and why I disagree with them. Let me know what you think down below. Peace out. Stay classy. Have a great freaking day. Subscribe? Question mark? Doesn't LARP stand for loser and reject party? I'd rather cosplay with hotties than play fake army. I've tried Dungeons and Dragons once, and I died of boredom, but I'd still kick your Assassin's Creed post-mortem. Mario Party's the only one you get invited to. Your life is like Skyrim, an endless quest of solitude. Or that's my channel, actually. Solitude. Ha!